Right, the buttons have been pressed. I think we're live now. Good morning, everyone. What's up? Thank you for joining us this morning for Tuesday Feels with Ricardo Sturdivant. Tattooers and fine artists, this show is a great place for you to talk to friendly faces and experienced artists about the ins and outs of the tattoo world. We're beaming out to several different places, so if you're watching, tag a friend in the chat or share where you're watching from. Of course, positive reviews are always welcome. All of these RIT network shows, art jams, drawing groups, interviews, panels, and webinars can be watched anytime and enjoyed at reinventing247.com, as well as our brand new Roku channel. The Roku channel is pretty awesome. To find it, you just go in your Roku, search for Reinventing the Tattoo on your device, and there you go, 24/7 streaming content. We also have several other weekly shows and drawing groups that you guys are welcome to tune into or even hop on the call with us. Super easy and fun to do. You can set reminders for our upcoming events on our YouTube channel or catch us live. Every Sunday at 1 p.m., we have our Reinventing drawing group led by Jason Leeser. This is a great show to bring something you're working on, or if you have questions about something, and get a straightforward, honest feedback in a judgment-free zone. Monday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern is a Tattoo Weekly hosted by myself, Gabe Rickley, and Jake Meeks of the Fireside Tattoo Network. Also, Monday mornings, we've got Jason Wisdom with his Reinventing drawing group. Monday evenings at 9 p.m. is the Evening Evolution class led by the legendary Guy Aitchison. The first trimester is underway. The second trimester kicks off towards the end of the month. To register, head over to classrooms.reinventing the tattoo to check out more about the program and to enroll. Tuesdays right here, we've got our Reinventing drawing group with Ricardo. Wednesdays at noon is a Tattoo Now show, followed by the Reinventing business course at 1 p.m. Thursdays at 6 p.m. is a tattoo collecting podcast. Other than that, there's several real world events that you guys can find us at. Most notably, in a few weeks, we'll be in Hell City, May 20th to 22nd. In June, the Indianapolis Tattoo Expo and Ink Mania as well. We'll be at the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational on July 29th, 31st, and again in Hell City, Phoenix on August 26th and 27th. Before we kick off the show, we'd like to shout out to some of our sponsors for helping us provide this content to all of you for free. Of course, we've got World Tattoo Events with the largest, most comprehensive resource for tattoo events in the world. Also, thank you to Raw Pigments, an ink company that is tapping into the source with acrylic-free pigments that have been impressing artists all across the globe. Of course, thank you to Tattoo Now, providing technology for tattooers, and the founder and inspiration behind Reinventing the Tattoo, Guy Aitchison. You can find his Biomech Encyclopedia, DVDs, machines, paintings, and more at guyaitchison.com. Also to our affiliates, Fireside Tattoo Network, The Apprenticeship Diaries, and ecofriendlytattoosupplies.com. If you guys would like to host a Reinventing event like this or to sponsor our community, just send us over an email at management@reinventingthetattoo.com. All right, I'm going to jump off and say hello to all of our guests today. Ricardo, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday.
Hey, Lauren,
great to see you.
Yeah, it's good.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's great to see you another week. It seems so long in between these drawing groups.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I'm always looking forward to it. It's always a pleasure to be here, and of course, as always, thank you for hosting this with me. Like, I couldn't do it without you. So
we've got a lot of people in the room today. If you want to go around the horn, I'm going to dip out just in the background. If you guys have any questions or would like some references pulled up, just let me know.
Yeah.
Cool. I have a question.
Let's hear it.
What's the meaning of life?
42.
Oh, man, I know this one. I know this one.
42.
How's it going, Medusa and Jason and Allie? I'm excited to see you guys here.
I'm just making breakfast as I usually do on Tuesday mornings. So
I'm streaming from my new office today, guys. It's pretty exciting.
I like that brick wall.
This is a really old building. I live in a paper factory area of Wisconsin. So this is a really, really old, originally a paper factory.
I thought you were going to end your sentence, I live in a paper factory, and I got really excited for a second. I was like, canvases all the time.
I wish. That would be pretty cool.
It's like, you can't run out of paper. You can sketch on anything.
Just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm also in a new place. I started working in a new shop, and I love it there. but we have a lot of people that come in and out and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be streaming from my house now. So bear with me as we get some things set up and put into place and everything like that. But right now I'm currently in front of my fireplace, gas fireplace. Oh wait, I got some stuff I can show you guys. This is cool. Wait, did I already show you guys the Futurama stuff?
Which feature? Oh, the plushies.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you showed us a couple, but not all of them.
Yeah, look how big this one is. Like, look at
Oh, I'm
Andrew.
so excited to see this. This is amazing.
Gigantic. Look at that.
And that was made by one of your clients.
Yeah.
I
even told
need-
him, GME, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
News, everyone.
Yeah,
Such a good show.
I am so happy that you got to get a whole Futurama collection from your client. That is super cool. Yeah, and you were saying she just does that for fun and makes them as gifts. It's not even like a business.
Yeah, no, she won't sell them. Like if I try to ask her if she's like has an Etsy or like an account or something somewhere, or she can like, I can send people her way and they can make requests and stuff. And she's like, no, I just do it when I want to and just give them away as gifts.
Ah, dang. Because I need a plushie of Bomber.
Yeah, totally. Maybe I'll send her information over your way and let her know and see what she says.
I mean, yeah. If she's not willing to sell, I'm down to do trades too.
I need a plushie of Ricardo.
No.
Ricardo is so bashful. You can't even make a joke about how everybody wants a piece of Ricardo without him completely shutting down. He's like, no. Stop.
No, it's okay. I have to deal with me enough. I don't know why everybody else would want to deal with it too. So, well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's your Tuesday mornings going so far?
I woke up at 5.
Pretty good. No
No.
complaints so far. Woke up and I was still me, so life's going pretty well.
I like to hear that, man. I like to hear that.
Yeah, it's those days when
well,
I wake up and I feel like someone else that it's just not might not end up being the best of days, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just scrolling through one of the streaming services the other day, and I saw this documentary called Glitch in the Matrix. It's pretty interesting. I watched the trailer of it, and they were talking about dreaming, and they were talking about, speaking of waking up and feeling like yourself, they're just talking about the different amount of lives that we live every night whenever we do dream. You know what I mean? Like, it feels so real when you're like in your rest state, Pretty crazy. So I'm pretty excited to check that one out and see what that's all about. It might be pretty interesting. But I'm feeling like myself today too. I woke up at 4:20 a.m. That's when I celebrate. Tomorrow's a big day for me. I'm pretty excited about May the 4th.
Is the 4th going to be with you?
Yeah, the 4th is going to be with me all day. That's exactly it. My alarm is set to that march tomorrow, actually.
Nice. Yeah, how's the transition to going back to shop life and not a private studio? But sorry, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, so.
Yeah, you've been busy traveling, haven't you?
I did a little. Basically my first non-work or family related like vacation since before COVID. So that was really fun. And I came back with a case of COVID. Yeah. After this whole time not ever getting COVID. So I'm finally part of the masses. That was fun. But yeah, I haven't seen you.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I'm sorry to hear that you had COVID, man. That's a bummer. Do you know what strain it was that you got?
Whatever the newest, most mild one is. I mean, I'm vaccinated, so it really didn't feel that bad. I'm really just grateful that it wasn't as worse as it could be.
Yeah, for sure.
So like I've heard a lot about how like, you know, even vaccinated people can get it and everything, but it's much less than when you're not vaccinated. So
Right.
I'm pretty grateful. It just felt like a really, really bad sinus infection with a little bit of fluish symptoms.
Yeah.
The crazy thing was that all of my home tests were coming up negative. And I was all like, so I know that I am positive because I have all these symptoms. And also my friends that I traveled with are positive. So this has
Oh,
got to be a
man.
false negative. Turns out the home tests are not very receptive to the newer strains. So it's always good to go to a clinic and get a more reliable test. But yeah, I mean, I got through
Well,
it.
that's good. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're starting to feel a little bit better. I got sick too, and all I got was the Omicron one. So that was pretty easy peasy. Yeah,
Mommy cron.
not too bad. But yeah, man, to answer,
I don't know what you mean by.
what is
I got
it?
Ebola
I'm glad
once.
to hear
Does
that
that
you
count?
suddenly feel a little bit.
Can you hear that? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did somebody
That was my
Google
computer. It's going haywire. I think it was SIRI. I don't want to say the name. I'll just spell it out.
the
Oh, wow.
little assistant?
Yeah, that was the assistant taking over my life. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be like,
Watching you.
yes,
So
exactly. They're here. That was odd.
I was wondering, I had a question for you guys actually. I came here prepared to ask about art.
All right.
Art and feels.
Okay, I got you.
First one is, how do you battle that well, for some people like myself, hopefully some people, maybe it's just me, I feel guilty charging for my art even though it's effort and I should be paid for my work. So when somebody's like, I love that piece you did, I'd love to buy it, how much is it? I'm pretty guilty, especially when it comes to like my close friends, just be like, just have it. I love you. But when coming up with an actual pricing your art, like how do you guys do it? And if you feel guilty for charging a bunch, do you feel guilty? And
Guys,
if
can I
so,
interrupt really quick? And I'm just kind of sitting in the background. I'm not paying totally close attention. But when I was in Tahoe, there was an interesting conversation. Do you know who Timmy B is, Medusa?
No, I'm not aware.
Okay, a
Wait,
fantastic.
wait. You don't know who Timmy B is?
Just look him up and you can find him at Timmy B 413.
It's
And then
very
you'll know.
likely that I know of people and I just don't know their names. That's
Okay,
pretty
so he's at a
regular.
really high level. He's at the highest level of what he does. But what he said was pretty interesting is when you assign value to your tattoo, is that you should assign the value that you think it's worth, because otherwise kind of could give off the impression that you don't feel it is worth as much as you're charging, kind of. And he's at a much higher level, but it did kind of resonate with the artist that I was hanging out with at the time, to think of value, and as what you perceive the value is, then the client is what they see that it's worth at the same time. Maybe you guys could elaborate on that a little bit.
Mind stating that one more time? See the value?
Yeah, Timmy was talking about like if he does when he charges his clients, he usually has a manager do it. But for him himself, when he charges his clients, he doesn't want them to think that he values it any less than what it is.
Yeah.
Essentially, so he maintains a high price point, and that value is attained in the eyes of the customer as well, or the client.
I see. Yeah, I see. I mean, I struggle with that too. So it's not just you, Medusa. And I think a lot of us do. And unfortunately, that kind of, for me, comes from a place of like self-worth, or confidence in yourself. You know what I mean? And one of them is an investment into this creation of something that you're making for yourself or for somebody else, especially when it's, in our case, we're curated to create these images for people, and we're allowed to do them in a way that we see that we'd like it to see to look, the aesthetic of it overall. So we're fortunate in that respect, in that regard. But like, I think a lot of it has to do with what your investment in yourself is, you know. And I think a good place to start, like concrete place to start for me, would be like, what do you charge an hour for your tattoos, and maybe do a third of that or like half of it, as far as the amount of time that you put into the painting or drawing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have a very hard time gauging how much time I put into something. A lot of people always ask me, how long did that take you? I'm like, technically it took me 5 years, but probably actual painting time, 10 hours.
I know exactly what you mean.
But yeah, no, like I did this portrait of Lil Nas X
That's awesome.
from
What
his
medium is that?
ballpoint pen, and I did white charcoal pencil for highlights.
I like it.
So just a big pen, or
what's the name?
actually 2 big pens.
There you go, man. That's awesome.
That is
Thanks.
epic, Medusa.
Yeah, that's killer, dude.
Thanks. But it's
So-
only like 5 by 7, you know, just like average little picture thing. And one of my best friends, he's just like, I love that. I love that amazing. He loves Lil Nas, and he just like, I want that. How much? Don't give me a homie discount. How much would it be? And so I said 300, because that's what one of my friends told me I should charge, because it took me a few days to make. It's a lot of little detail, and you know, it took me several hours. Whatever. And at first I was just like, this seems like a fair price for something that took a really long time, that's highly detailed.
Yeah.
But then I felt bad, and now I want to change my price to like drastically less.
Don't
Jason,
change your price. And it looks like Jason has something that he wants to add to the conversation. So let's have it there, Jason. What you got?
If I may,
Yeah, go for it, dude.
for your consideration, I would like to bring up a couple of factors here. Factor number 1, time is money. Is if you're saying that you're trying to charge less than $300 for that, and you spent 10 hours on it, that's telling me that you value your own time at $3 an hour. I don't think that's right.
$3 an hour.
He's saying
You
if you
said you
charge
spent
less
10
than
hours
300.
working on that ballpoint pen drawing, right?
Well, this one, I don't know, probably more. This took me about 3 days on and off of
Okay,
working.
okay.
Day.
An estimate of
Okay.
like, what, 20,
Let's
25
say-
hours or so?
Yeah, let's say 30 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost a full work.
We'll say 30 hours, roughly speaking, right? So you spent 30 hours working on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's say 15. Yeah, 15.
Okay, 15.
All right. Pick it. The point is
15.
this: 15 hours, right? 15 hours worth of working on that. And you're trying to charge less than we'll keep it nice, even number. We'll say $300 for that, for 15 hours worth of work. Do you think that your time is worth more than that?
Less than that.
Because that's $20 an hour. I would say your time is worth more than that. And I'll tell you why. You're reinvesting in yourself. You're spending the money to travel to gain extra knowledge that other people aren't. You're the one attending things like the BYOB, Hell City, traveling, meeting this person, meeting that person, getting tattooed by this guy, getting tattooed by that person. You know, you are investing your time into these programs. You're investing your time into classes. You're investing yourself into improvement. You have to factor that in.
Mhm.
If you don't factor in all of the time and costs that you spend on improvement, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Because improvement takes time, and it takes investment, and it takes effort, right? You know, Picasso didn't get to become Picasso overnight. He wasn't just gifted a magic potion that made him crazy talented. He had been painting since he was 12 years old. right? He invested that time so that when he could turn around and make a little sketch and doodle on a napkin and turn around and try to sell it for $30,000, that little sketch or doodle on that napkin was worth $30,000 because he had invested that much time in honing his art.
Yeah, there's that story about him where he does that sketch on a napkin. Somebody just walks by like, "Hey, you're Picasso. Can you do a sketch for me real quick?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Mind you, he's having dinner with friends and stuff like that, right? And he sits there and he does his little doodle. It takes him about 10 minutes and everything like that. And he's like, "Cool, can I have it?" He goes, "No, that'll be $30,000." He goes, "What? That
Yep.
took you like 10 minutes." He goes, "No, that took me 45 years."
Yeah.
That's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
So my question to you, Medusa, is this. Out of all that you have invested, even if you don't factor in time, okay, which, I mean, let's call a spade here. Time is what we all charge for. We don't charge for a finished product. We charge based off of our time. And the reason why I tell everyone I know to charge based off of time is because time is finite. You can never get any more of it. You can never get it back. There is no more. Your life is going to end whenever it does. So that time that you have left on this earth, you need to subscribe a value to it. Is it worth doing that? Or is the time that you spent doing that time that you could have been tattooing or working a part-time job or spending time with Bomber? I mean, what is your time worth? And these are hard questions to answer. I don't expect a very flat, my time is worth $732.92. I don't expect that. But these are things you need to look at, because the time in which you spend doing one thing is time in which you're taking away from being able to do other things.
Well, not only that, but I mean, there's a reality that we all face, which is I have to pay my bills too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's fun hanging out with your friends. It's fun making things for people and seeing them be happy. I love it. I love it. That's the reason that I try to say hello to everybody, is just so they go, "Oh, hey, what's up?" But like, you have to face the reality that we live in this world where we got to pay our bills too. You know, and we want to live as comfortably as we can. For me, it's just being able to pay my bills and have food in my fridge and stuff like that. And that's awesome. If I can put a little bit away for my future, even better. But that's the reality that we live in. And also, like what Jason is saying, is that we have a small amount of time here, and it flashes by before your eyes. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think I'd make it to 23, and here I am at 44, and it's incredible to me. And I just rhymed, and I didn't even realize it. But that's the thing, and it's very true. You know what I mean? So you do have to take that into consideration, and it is something that we do have to kind of face with ourselves first. And whether you trick yourself into believing it at first, or you actually genuinely believe it, one way or another, you have to tell yourself that this is what it's about. And it's not about you scamming somebody. It's not about you like taking from somebody when they can't give it to you. First of all, if they want to buy it from you, they're in a position where they can pay for it. You know what I mean? Especially if it's your friends. Your friends, more than anybody, are going to respect exactly what it is that we're talking about, which is you put time and effort into it. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. And I appreciate this piece of art. So let me pay you for it. That's awesome. You know what I mean? So if anything, value that person even more whenever they give you the money that you ask for it. And
don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to put a normal price tag on anything for your friends.
yeah,
They're your friends for a reason. They're going to be there to support you. And if they're not willing to support you because they want a homie discount or a homie hookup, they're not really your friends. They just want something from you. A true friend would be willing to pay whatever you tell them to pay.
Exactly.
I'm pretty grateful that I haven't had any friends in quite some time hint towards a homie discount.
That's awesome.
I think I've like got to a point in my life where I've mostly expelled those kind of people. Oh, but I remember when I did. Oh man, back in my early 20s, like during my first apprenticeship and stuff. But I'm your friend. Shouldn't it be like, free?
No, you should pay more because you want to support me being my friend.
Yeah, it's like maybe we're not friends.
No, exactly. But think about that for a second and what you just said, and that boils back down to, again, your self-worth and your value for yourself. And it comes back for me to that position at the root of it. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I took a painting class with Jeff Gogwe back in 2000 and I think it was 2008, somewhere around there. And look at that. That's awesome, dude. Let's see that.
That's insane.
Easy E.
Yeah, dude. See, that's killer, Medusa.
Thanks.
That's killer, dude.
Yeah, I've been doing a series of portraits.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
I mean,
Wow.
Hey.
and Lost Boys. I believe I was working on this one during one of Jason's segments a while ago.
Yeah, that's so rocking, dude. It's so good. Like, look at
That's
everything's-
incredible.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I've been thinking about doing like a series. Everybody that I've done has been like, an icon of some sort, like cult movie icon, heavy metal icon, hip hop icon, another cult movie
Oh,
icon.
You
yeah.
should do a
dude,
series of
Blade
tattoo icons.
I was
Runner.
actually thinking of doing that, but
Ooh.
that's pretty scary and intimidating.
No, do like
Like an
Sarah
artist?
Collins, Owen Jensen, Mike Rollo Malone,
I got a picture of
Valerie
Malone
Stan.
at the shop. I'll send it to you guys. You'll love it. It's
Hmm?
great. I have a picture of Malone at the shop. They have a picture of Malone at the shop with one of his original acetate stencils, and it's great. It's the one where he's like got that snarl in his face, and he's like, "Ugh." He's like,
So funny story about
"Why are you
Mike
asking me to
Malone.
write you back in a letter?" He's like, "What are we, pen pals or pirates?" It's fucking great,
So
man.
my old boss actually owns Mike Malone's Linda machine.
Wow.
Mike Malone's personal Roll-O-Matic had the name of his wife inscribed on the side of the machine.
Dang.
And
dude.
he owns it. And he's got like email documentation. He was in contact with her and he purchased it straight from her during some kind of like a benefit auction years ago. And it's been
Yeah.
sitting in a fireproof safe for the past 20 years.
Nice. Man, you know the urge to use that thing, dude? It would be
know.
so strong. Man. The urge to use that thing would be like I would hear it calling me at night, be like, Ricardo, come use me, take me out of the box. For real.
Speaking of sentimental machines, there has been a huge, huge rise in tattoo shop thefts in the Pacific Northwest lately. And I've been seeing shops posting about some really valuable prized machines going missing. Really unfortunate.
That's a bummer, dude. I'm sorry to hear
Take
that.
your stuff home, man.
I mean, like, I think one of them was in a shop in Seattle, and it was these machines were like framed in a big display case with like plaques and stuff on them, like set up as a display because they were like historical machines and everything, just like it would be in like a museum. And so that's pretty unfortunate. I'm really hoping these machines that are getting stolen, or I hope there's eyes on the market and that somebody's able to find them. The motorcycle got stolen about a month ago or so, and I got that back. Horrible condition, but
I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that. That's bad.
I mean, like, if there's eyes on the community, I'm sure that we can all use our efforts to try to track down those machines.
Well, this is a good place. This is a good place to talk about that. So thank you for bringing that up. So if any of you guys are watching this now in a later, or if you're watching it now on streaming and stuff like that, and you're in the chat rooms, keep an eye out. Let us know if it seems sketchy, because that sucks when you got your livelihood on the line like that and somebody comes in and just takes it. Man, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it's just been happening so much more frequently lately too. Like, especially in Portland, there was like a stream of like 3 months where for like 3 months, like every week we were finding out about a new shop getting robbed every night.
Drag.
real bummer. But also, I think a lot of stuff is on the rise these days.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. that you
Gas
brought up,
prices.
like gas prices, lack of jobs is on the rise. Unemployment's on the rise. Gas prices on the rise. Rent is on the rise.
Ugh, I just paid rent yesterday. I don't want to think about it anymore. It's time to earn.
Doesn't it kind of suck?
It was like I didn't do anything. I just lived
Yeah.
in
I
a
just have- I
place.
just slept here, man. I just ate
Yeah.
some food here and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't even spend that much time here. I was mostly at work.
Mhm.
Question for you guys. Different topics are to like just change. Have you guys tried the cartridges from Saltwater Tattoo Supply? Tim
Uh,
Hendricks Company?
My buddy used to run the needle bars constantly. He loved them. I've never run the cartridges before, though. Are you thinking about checking them out?
Yeah, I picked up a couple of boxes of their liners. I'm gonna give them a shot today and see what I think.
Okay.
I've used them before. They were all right for me.
Okay.
I do a lot of heavy color saturation stuff and thicker lines, like watercolor kind of deals.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and they were pretty reliable for what I was using them for.
What's are you using long tapers or medium tapers? Do you use the bug pins? What do you like to get into? Like what kind of liners? What size liners and stuff do you use?
Me?
Yeah, you, Allie.
So yeah, usually I am running anywhere between a 7 and a 14 liner. Once in a blue moon, I come down into like the 3s and 5 round shaders and those things. And then the mags, I finally got some 23 mags. Thank you, Ricardo.
Yeah.
And those things are a true game changer.
Yeah, big time.
Like anytime I can pump a 17 or 23 mag into something, I'm all over that now. But usually they're 12 long tapers. And that's just, I think for me, it's more, I've been trying to find something that is set across the board so that if somebody is out of something, I know I can find a replacement somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which has been really tough, especially recently. I don't know if anybody else has had trouble with, finding cartridges consistently, but it's been a little rocky out there.
Anybody who likes
It does
Black
seem like
Claw.
that way, like the supply, you mean the amount, like the
Yeah.
demand the supply to demand, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I
been
love
kind
the
of,
way Black Claw will send you emails like, oh, hey, come check out our new liners or our new cartridges and all that stuff. And you get there and they only have like 3 groupings available.
Yeah,
And
dude.
they're none of which that you use.
Yeah.
It's like, why
That's
did
what
you
I'm trying
even
to
bother?
avoid. Yeah,
That is
that's what I'm trying to
avoid.
avoid. But a lot of times you get that with good manufacturers that
I think your mic went out. Allie?
Hold on, you lost me for a second. I'm
There
back.
we go. You're back.
Sorry. But yeah, you get that with the manufacturers that, like I love small batch, small business manufacturers. And, I do run into that issue with them. So I try to have multiple manufacturers that I order from so that I can regularly have what I like in stock.
Yeah.
But it has led to trying all kinds of new brands.
It's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, but sometimes you come across these tattoos where you're like, I really want to bring my A game and I really need to step this one up. So you kind of want that reliable kind of resource. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. That is a bummer.
If you like bigger liners, I would highly recommend trying out Good Guy Supply. They're semi-tight liners, which are amazing. They only make sizes 7 through 14. So I think that should fit right up your alley. I like the Good Guy liners because they've got a huge number printed, not on the bottom of the cartridge, on the top of the cartridge, right by like your little reservoir,
Yeah.
right by your reservoir window, right above that, it's a big number painted in white of whatever configuration it is. So that you
Oh, that
never have
sounds
to guess, oh, is this a 7 or a 9? Oh,
easy
wait,
to
let me
grab.
pick it up and turn it. There's a 14, there's an 11, there's a 7. Highly recommend Good Guy Supply. Highly.
That's awesome. Thank you. I'll check them out.
Well,
They've
outside
got
of
just the right amount of spread to them so that they go in like butter. But they also, because they are so spread, and they're not spread like a shader, but they're pretty much just a looser, straight configuration,
Okay.
which some people really like. Some people prefer a much tighter grouping, and that's fine. You know, it's personal preference at this point in time in the game.
Sure.
But if you like straight, kind of looser groupings, highly recommend Good Guy.
Awesome. Well, I will definitely check them out.
They also make great round shaders.
Oh, they sound
The
like my
semi-tight
kind of
liners. The semi-tight liners also make great round shaders so that you don't have to buy anything else.
Awesome.
So, well,
love brown shaders, man. Like when I was first getting started, the dude that I worked for, he used a lot of like 4 flats. Did you guys ever get into flats before? Man, those things were dangerous, bro.
Oh, they
yeah,
so dangerous.
it's like tattooing with a razor blade.
It's like a razor blade. But I would watch this guy do tribal with those things, and like it would just plow. Dude, he would just go one pass, and it was just so saturated black. I was like, how are you doing that? I don't get it, dude. Like, my God. But yeah, 4 flats. Those things, if you work it the wrong way, just slice right through the skin, dude. It's crazy.
Sounds like a dangerous game that I don't want to gamble with.
Yeah. So that's when I started getting introduced to the round shaders and stuff like that. But you know, we were still using needles on the bars, so you'd have to like spread them out after they were made and stuff like that too. Because of course we were making them ourselves. I'll show you guys a drawing.
Bomber's ready.
Yeah, it's Bomber.
Hey, Bomber.
What up, Bomber?
Hey.
For appearance,
Hi.
weekly appearance. Hello, Baba.
All right. So what's your drawing?
Can you see it?
Nice.
I don't know. Make sure I get it more on the camera. Is that better?
I want to see what's on the phone. That's what I can't see.
Okay, let's see if it'll come to me. Hello, 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 hello. There you go. Oh, let me get rid of that.
Can I get a critique from you guys whenever you get a chance?
It says fooled.
No. Okay. I didn't see the cord connecting to the phone at first.
I don't know if you can see it. There you go.
No, I see it now. I was like, why is that black line so dark and cutting right across her forearm?
Yeah, like I could see everything except I'm trying to make out what's on the phone screen.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, social media apps.
Yeah, just got a bunch of social media apps.
Pinterest, Facebook. Ah, okay, I can see. I know how to see.
It says fooled on it.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
I like
like
the
the
facial
design.
expression.
Yeah, she's like, shut up.
I like the design work and the outfit she's wearing. That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it says fleek and bay. That's the first time I heard that word. I was like, what is fleek and what is bay? So I made a picture out of it.
You never heard fleek before? That's been around since like 2005.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's when I heard it. So I think that's when I started drawing it.
Oh, okay.
No,
You
for
started drawing that long ago?
Actually, no. Actually, the first time I heard it was 2016. So yeah, 2016.
All right.
Can I get a critique?
Let's see it.
Yeah, I'll critique the hell out of you, dude.
Good. Be harsh, please. If you guys aren't harsh, I'm not going to learn
Well,
anything.
first of all, that face of yours, we gotta work on it. Oh,
Devilishly handsome.
Dude. Okay. First
Let's
of all,
look-
I'm gonna say I saw this on your Instagram while you were working on it. The first thing I noticed though was from the camera when you went in on the heart. The detail is so crisp on the heart that it looked like embroidery. Like it had that embroidery look feel, kind of like those embroidery tattoos.
Yeah,
Right.
I like that all the little lines in it. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I really like that. I feel like there's a lot of detail crammed into the heart space, but you haven't really branched out for detail or like, around the eye and the main ventricle.
Yeah, I was trying to keep, I was playing around with focus. So like keeping my primary amounts of detail in this generalized area, because that's ultimately where I want people to look. So as you move up through the piece, you start to see things get more and more simplistic, right? All the way up to this empty circle at the top.
Okay. I see where you're getting at. Can you zoom in
But
on
because
the
of the angle of the dagger coming back down, it's going to draw your eye back down. So it's your eye is going to constantly be moving.
can I get a zoom in on that hilt?
Boop.
Boop.
Yeah, it's super detailed, man.
I dig it. I
I
dig
do.
it.
I like it a lot. You know what, though? I think what I would do is flush out the eye a little bit more.
You think?
Give it a little bit more volume. Yeah. I think I'd give it a little bit more volume with some washes or something like that over it.
Oh,
Okay.
some depth in the sclera.
Yeah, and it would make the and you want to kind of wash over that eyelid on the rounded parts towards the creases a little bit more, I think, too, just to give it that little bit more of a volume sense to it, like that sphere.
I do
Okay.
like the reflection in the pupil. That's good.
And then I think, honestly, overall, when you zoom back out, I think I like the gold leaf, but it needs something towards the tips, I think, just a little bit.
So I'm actually going back in later today. And the only reason why I didn't do this yet is only because I don't have it with me, but I actually have a brighter gold
Yeah.
that I'm going to be sweeping in from the tips of each leaf.
Yep.
And so
I would
it's
do it
kind of
towards the
like,
top.
it's kind of like the last painting I did. So this is actually, the background is done with gold leaf, but it's done with two different tones of gold leaf.
Yeah.
And that's what gives it that like super kind of glowing bright effect.
Mhm.
And it's in bubble glass, so I'm sorry for all the reflections, but
Oh my God, it's such a terrible. Just get rid of it. The reflection.
I know. I want to take it out, throw it out, and then just recycle the frame and put something else in it.
Save us the pain, please. Save us the pain. No, dude, it looks great, man. I really like the way you you used the frame to its benefit, and you made the painting like kind of fit into it so well. It looks really nice. I dig
It's
it.
a little off, on the sides and bottom, but whatever. I'm tired of messing with it. Time to frame it.
Isn't that crazy how you get like that? Sometimes you're like, this is gonna be so awesome, and then you don't want to mess with it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a tendency to overwork a lot of things. So I've been trying to actively get away from that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the really bright highlight that's at the above the eyeball that rides that red arc.
Yeah, that's going to get toned down later today.
Okay, I was gonna say that's really vibrant, and it doesn't read equal across the piece.
So this highlight up here in the jewel, this highlight here in the top vein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Veins are red, right? Arteries are blue, I think.
Right.
So this bright highlight in this red vein, that's going to get toned down. This is going to get toned down. This little highlight over here is going to get toned down a little bit. so that way the only real true bright whites are going to be here and in this empty circle.
You know, just an observation. I think with the background being so like that much of a wash on it, honestly,
You think I should put some?
I think if you were to put some white highlights on some of the more focal points, like more of the heart and more like that angle that you have on the left-hand side to the top left of the eye, that's a pretty cool little like up higher on that purple part.
Okay.
Right there. On those ridges there, dude, I think if you had a little bit of like the highlight, or even if like it was like a brighter purple or something like that, that would be awesome.
Okay.
I think if you were to pull, and then on the hilt for sure, man. I think the
Okay.
hilt needs it down towards the center of that hilt, like the highest point of the hilt that would be facing us. So it'd be like right, almost right down the center of it, and line up with that jewel. I think that'd be killer, dude. I don't think I would mute down that white and that jewel at all. For me, I think I would just do like the brighter points on the leaves that highlight down towards the middle of the hilt, and then make a little bit more volume out of that eyeball, because it's got like such, it has an opportunity right now to be super like kind of realistic looking, with everything else being a little bit more graphic, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that would really pull your eye towards that center, that eyeball part of it. If that was the case, if everything else remained graphic and then that piece was a little bit more realistic, it'd be awesome.
Okay.
That's just me.
Jason, the texture that you have in the heart itself is absolutely incredible. Like I saw it the other day, you posted it, and it was like looking at that band of, I guess, fatty tissue around the heart, that yellowy kind of thing that you have going around the eye. Yep.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the detail that you have in there.
Yeah.
And I think Ricardo is right that really brings kind of that realistic look to it, you know, where graphic and realism merge. So
Right.
that's a really cool thing. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a lot of your
I'm
street
always
life.
looking to try to make it better. So I think I might go through and do that. Honestly, I think I have to agree with Ali. I think I'm going to tone down this highlight because I don't want it to be super bright.
Mhm.
While I do agree that is moving your eye up and around, I think it's just going to be a little too strong, especially because I do have a lot of the whites of the eyeball itself toned down a bit with a little bit of a very, very super light wash. So I think I'm going to go back through and just do the same thing, only maybe using like a little bit of red to just kind of tone down this highlight a little bit, because I really want the viewer to be drawn into this eye.
Yeah.
Yes. I think-
Yeah, that volume that Ricardo was talking about in the eyeball, I think will really help with that, and then toning down that highlight. And I would suggest maybe if you can put it in the bubble frame so that you can see what it's going to look like through the reflection of the bubble frame.
True.
You know, so that you can kind of gauge, you know, move it back and forth so you can kind of gauge what that's going to look like inside that frame too.
Awesome.
But I love this series you're doing, dude. It's epic.
Yeah, I want to buy a few more of these bubble frame or bubble glass, like old style Baroque frames,
they're
and
beautiful.
continue on with like the concept. I think I might do 2 more. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as subject matter, and that's always my biggest struggle, but I'll figure it out.
I heard something about tattooers' portraits. I think Jason needs
Yeah.
to do those. Medusa, what do you think?
I would love to do a series. I would love to do a series of tattoo machines, like historic tattoo machines.
Oh,
I think
that would be
could
cool.
work well.
I want Jason to do a series of tattooers' hands.
There you go.
Well, Medusa, I do actually have a very specific frame over here that I'm going to be painting something to mail to you.
Booyah.
So
What?
yeah, it's small. It's a small guy, but I found the frame for like $2 or something like that at a thrift shop, and I was like, perfect.
That is cute.
So I'm gonna do a small little just for size comparison. I think it's like 3.5 by 5 for the total glass width. And then the interior is 3 by 4.5. So it's gonna be a small little guy, but I think it's really gonna, if I do it right, it'll fit the frame well. I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe like a paintbrush on fire or something, or
I love little mini projects. I've
yeah.
been trying to lower my own canvases and size lately, like because I'm used to doing projects on like huge fucking 11 by 17, 11 by 14 sheets of paper.
That's
So
not big.
Huh? Well, it's big for something to carry around with you.
Oh yeah. To carry around, yeah. I was gonna say, do I need to show you the 3 foot by 6 foot canvas I've been working on?
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not even talking about like actual real artist bullshit. Over here is a professional.
Listen, the canvas is taller than I am.
Yeah. No, I've been trying
Like,
to size down my canvases because I feel like it's a lot better for managing my own grasp of detail. I feel like when I have larger canvases, especially if I haven't planned things out properly, I can get too carried away on an area and then leave the rest of it unrendered because I don't have a good balance for size proportions. Anyways, I'm getting all carried away.
Well, take some time, take the dimensions of your canvas, right? Throw that into Procreate and then start doodling around. Print that out, transfer it over to your canvas, and boom.
I'll stick with the small guys.
All right, suit yourself. I'm just trying to help.
I like them tiny and valuable.
That and do this, and this is a thing I picked up from Ricardo. Okay, this is a Ricardo inside secret. Limit the size of your brush.
Yeah.
If you're working on something bigger, only allow yourself to go so small with your brushes.
Yep.
Like Ricardo uses a 4-inch wide flat brush for all of his detail work. I've seen it. It looks like a painter's brush.
4-inch.
I've seen him do this.
Not just
for detail. That is his detail brush. I've seen it.
4 inches.
If I could get like just a field trip on the Magic School Bus through fucking Ricardo's brain when he makes art, man, that's
like you'll
worth,
see him.
like,
He'll
at
take
least
like
5
a couple
trips.
of frayed bristles off the side, and he'll go in and he'll do some tiny little detail with that, and then he'll flip the rest of it back over and be like highlight.
What the fuck? Let's keep talking about Ricardo like he's not here.
I know, right? I mean, he's like super talented and all that, but like, I mean, come on, who's really running this
Dude, that
show?
guy's insane. Like, I see some of the artwork he busts out, and just like, what was he doing?
So
Yeah, like in the Monday night classes. Let's think about this, right?
He's not
Everyone's
even
like,
meaning to
I'm
show
gonna
up.
draw a candle, and Ricardo's like, I'm gonna draw 8 thumbnails, and they're all gonna be perfect, and I'm gonna have them all pretty much done by the time everyone else has done their first one.
This isn't even a masterpiece. This is just a thumbnail. I haven't even got started, but
we're sitting back like,
I don't know. Everybody wants a piece of Ricardo. I swear. And he's all humble and shit, being like, oh, stop, guys, stop.
Ricardo, I swear, man, I'm gonna start selling the prints that you made.
No,
I'm gonna start selling those for you, and I'm just gonna send you money.
Can you? How do I get those back from you? I need to get those back.
Well, I am framing one of each, but I'm printing those out on my own, so it's not going to affect the ones you pay.
You can have one of them, man. That's okay, dude. Like, take one of them, and for sure, I'll send you some money today. I'll Venmo you and have you send it out to me.
Don't worry about it.
I
just have to get over to UPS and get it sent out.
Yeah. Well,
So, but that will be happening soon, so don't worry about that. I don't care if I just wrap it up in brown paper and duct tape, and then another layer of alternating direction duct tape, and then another layer of alternating direction duct tape, and then more brown paper, and then more duct tape.
That painting you sent back to me though, that was definitely like wrapped up the right way. Like you put it in plastic and stuff like that, dude. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Well, dude, it comes down to, if I wanted to receive something that I did from someone, how would I want to receive it? That's the way I look at everything.
Yeah.
Do I just want to like throw it in a cardboard tube and just mail it? No, I want it to be done right.
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah.
Oops. I've been doing it wrong this whole
So I've always been a big fan of doing so especially if you've got multiple pages or if you have multiple things that you're sending, take a piece of tracing paper, throw that in between, each individual thing, because tracing paper is acid free. It's going to act as a friction buffer, and it's going to give you just enough separation between the two pieces, or 3 or 4, or however many you're mailing out. It's going to give you enough of a friction buffer so that nothing, as you're mailing it, even if it shifts, it's not going to affect the actual image. So I'll do that, and then I'll wrap it in like brown paper, like brown craft paper, because once again, that's acid free. And then I'll roll all of that, kind of like a sushi roll, and then I'll roll all of that into one roll, tape the brown paper, never on the actual piece. Then I'll pack that into a cardboard tube.
Oh man, you guys are like real artists, aren't you? Like you guys are like professionals. Good. I need to step up my game. I'm just here just being like, I'm gonna paint something and then I'll back of it, I'm gonna write a letter and just put a stamp on it and say this is a postcard.
You know what? That's awesome though. I dig it. It's like that's the way you do things. So go for it. Keep them going.
Yeah, punk rock. Everything's DIY.
By the way, I keep this, which is a Medusa Slays original.
That's awesome.
I keep this sitting right next to my mail and right next to my breakfast nook so that I can look at it every morning and remember that someone appreciates everything that I do.
Hey.
Yeah. I remember painting that. I painted that in the back of my studio, in the room when I was trying to avoid customers for the day. I was like, I'm not ready for walk-ins. I have social anxiety. I'm gonna paint something.
Yeah, I'm gonna frame this and put this over in my original artwork gallery that I have building right now. I've got a couple of Chris Dunn original watercolors hanging up, Guy Aitchison oil painting, Michelle Wortman oil painting, the print that Bruno sent us. Kier just sent me an original oil painting.
Saw that.
So
it looks
I'm
beautiful.
my Bill Canales dragon painting, so which is epic. It's absolutely epic.
That dude just
Yeah,
dropped
what?
I was just gonna say that dude just dropped a bunch of dragon brush sets.
Yeah. He did just finish up doing a brush set for Tattoo Smart. The dragon brush set. But I have in over quarantine, he was doing a series of brown craft paper, just like ink paintings. And he had them for sale and they were very reasonably priced. So I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I want one of those?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So I bought one and I've got that framed hanging up in my house. I don't know. I'm just trying to collect, like, I've got a couple of Dave Tavenaugh original paintings. Those are hanging up. Actually, those are sitting in a portfolio book out of the light of day right now. But I've got like 4 or 5 originals from him.
I'm gonna collect artists' renditions of Bomber.
Well, the thing is, and this is what I've started to pick up on, is that when you go to an artist and you want to collect an original work of art from that artist, let them do their thing. Don't give them a subject matter. Don't give them an idea. Don't give them anything. Just say, I would like to purchase an original painting of yours.
Well, I think, yeah, that's the difference between purchasing an original painting and commissioning something.
Correct.
Yeah. Like, I'm also all about purchasing originals, when I have that extra moolah. I got a couple of those around my apartment that are my prides. My prides. They're nice. Those ones are nicely framed. No dollar store frames. I went to the real frame place for those.
If you guys ever need a frame hookup too, let me know. I've got a guy out in Laredo, Texas, who does incredible frames for a very reasonable price.
It is imagine opening a trench coat. What kind of frames you want? I got 4x6.
You would be surprised at how inexpensive they are and the quality that you get.
You got a guy? I got a guy. I got a frame guy. He's a really good frame guy.
I got a
All
frame guy. What you
sizes.
got? What you got? What's your frame guy got?
Got affordable prices for every sizes.
Well, guys, this has been awesome, but I think it's about time for me to have to sign off here.
Yeah, I got to get running too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Life happens. Go back
Life is
to the
happening.
world.
Lisa.
Ah, I gotta go back to the real world.
Yeah. So let's go down the
know.
line here and everybody say hello and let us know how to get a hold of you. Medusa, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Medusa. You can get a hold of me on Instagram at Medusa Slays with 3 S's at the end, or medusaslays.com. And here is Baphomet Jesus.
Look, it's love. That's awesome. I like it. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thanks.
Jason?
Hi, my name's Jason. Yeah. So I do art stuff. And this is Artist Anonymous, right?
Yes.
Right place? Okay, cool. My name's Jason. You can find me on Instagram. I also host the Sunday afternoon drawing sessions. I think the camera's still on Medusa for some
Yeah, I'm
reason.
trying to get it to pin on you. It doesn't look like I have that ability. I don't know if Lauren's there. You can pin Jason if you don't mind. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. I got you.
Yay. Okay, so my name is Jason. You can find me on Instagram at Philly Inc. I also host the Sunday afternoon, the skill building Sunday drawing groups here at Reinventing the Tattoo. Feel free to jump in. We're always looking for new people to come in and share their ideas, opinions, perspectives, information, anything like that that you feel like jumping in and having a discussion about. We're always available. Ricardo, as always, thank you very much for having me on here today. If anyone lives in or around the Philadelphia area and you want to get tattooed, feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram at Philly Inc. Or you can always email me at jasonltattoos@gmail.com. Ricardo, thank you very much for having me on today, man. I always appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure,
And I'll get those prints out to you as soon as I possibly can, either probably tomorrow morning, because I want to put them in a box and make sure everything's nice and prepped first. So,
All right, killer, man. Thanks for joining us, dude. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you and talk with you. So thank you.
likewise. And thank you guys for the critique.
Yeah, you're welcome. Allie, you're up.
Hi, I'm Allie, and you can find me on Instagram at Living Water Art Studio. We are located in Central Alabama, and we'd love to connect with you. Thanks so much, Ricardo, for having me and checking out the work and sharing the conversation. I always enjoy it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks. It's coming along really well. It looks great. You're
Thank
nailing
you.
that. You're nailing the requests for the class, man. So that's great. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Let's see here. Let me get you off of the pen. And I will pin myself. And sorry about the noise in the background. It sounds like it's the alarm for the first of the month, first Tuesday of the month. Dying down now. My name is Ricardo Sturdivant. Thank all of you guys for joining us today. Thank you for all the kind words and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And thank you all for watching and tuning in to another morning of Tuesday Feels. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to either one of us. We're always here for you. You can find me at Ricardo Sturdivant on Instagram. And just drop a note, say what's up, and talk to you guys soon. Everybody say bye.
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 Peace.